action to be performed. And he answered in a short form to state 5 points. Those 5 points are: number 1, to gladden the heart of a human being, to feel a human being or 100%, to feel 100%, to help the afflicted one, to lighten the sorrow of the sorrowful person, to remove the suffering of the injured person. That hadith, which is recorded in Bukhari, can give us a meaning which shows us how we should deal with each other. That means the best action you do is to be helpful to human being, to other human being. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not say here that you should be helpful to your own family, to your own brother, to your own clan or tribe, or to your own nation only. But he said to you, human beings, regardless of what they believe. That shows indiscriminate values. That as a human being, you should give values to human being generally. After that, if it comes down, then when the closer the person, the more closer someone is to you, the more you help them. Not that you create enmity, not that you hate them, not that you dislike them, not that you think they are subhuman being to you, not that you think they are inferior to you, not that you think they are undermined, not that you humiliate them, but it's only that you recognize them, you and them are equal. And whoever works hard in the street of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is on the right path, will inherit the products. But in this world, you should know that all of us are equal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that in many verses, each one of these forms of fanaticism which leads to discrimination and radicalism, Allah has already warned us from it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Qur'an, for example, when he was addressing the issue of ta'assub al-madhhabi, that you become fanaticism to a particular madhhab, a sect of Islam. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. In that case, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَرَّقُوا دِينَهُمْ وَكَانُوا شِيَعًا لَسْتَ مِنْهُمْ. Allah is saying, those who are divided in their religion, they divided among themselves based on religious understandings, meaning sectism. You have nothing to do with them, to Prophet Muhammad. So they are not your ummah. They are not members of your ummah because they have already divided their religion into groups and sects. That is a very clear alarm, warning alarm we have. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that whoever you are, whichever tribe you belong to, or whichever color you are, ultimately you are a human being, and all human beings are equal. Only if you do good, then you will be rewarded. If you do bad, you will be merited. So it's merit and demerit only. It has nothing to do with your ancestors, with your color, with your location, with anything else. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nasu, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha, wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu. O mankind, we have created you from male and female, and we made you nations and tribes so that you may know each other. It's just for recognition. It is just to know somebody, his ancestors and where he is. It's only to know, but not that they believe they are better than others. And in that, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has warned us from this. He said to us, never ever come close to what is called al-qabaliyah, al-ta'assub. Means being in one side and being so extreme to one side so that you neglect others. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was talking about this kind of tribalism and racism, he said, "Da'uha fa'innaha mubtila." Leave it because it is dirt and destructive. It is dirt and destructive. Leave it. Never ever try. And when one of the companions, when he talked about another one, and he has mentioned his mother, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, "Innaka imru'un fika jahiliyyah." You are a person who has a piece of ignorance in his heart. That ignorance, which is the old form of ignorance. And when it comes to the faith, when it comes to religious understanding, when it comes to groupism in Islam, and even in other religions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَيْسَ بِأَمَانِيِّكُمْ وَلَا أَمَانِيَّ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ. It's not what you guys think and you believe, and what you have satisfied when you made yourself as satisfiable to the last point. But, and it's not what they think, it is whoever believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be rewarded to the best of their activities. When it comes to the issue of sexism, say, for example, sexism, that you believe as a male you are better than female, or vice versa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned to us this, that we are all equal, regardless of our sex, our color, and how we look. Allah says in the Qur'an, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولهن مثل الذي عليهن بالمعروف وللرجال عليهن درجة. And women shall have rights similar to the rights against them. They have that rights over their husbands. The wives have these rights over their husbands, which is equal to the rights against them. So they have both rights and responsibilities. And the same applies to the men. So therefore, this one of the intolerance is when you believe that you are a little bit higher than that person. That intolerance comes from there because you convince that yourself you are better than this person, and this is what is called intolerance profile. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Brothers and sisters, the whole point is that we should believe from our deep heart that we are only a cell of human beings. That all human beings are one, say like one organ, and you are only a cell of that entity. So you are not superior, and no one is inferior. That's what we believe, and what we should believe. And that's one of the main objective of Islam, is to all human beings to be equal in equitable manner, and all of them to worship one Allah. That is the whole point. No one can claim that he or she is closer to Allah than others. No one can claim that Allah has given him a favor over others. Everyone should believe that he is only a cell, a member of human being, and all human beings are one. Therefore, that is where we should avoid heedlessly following someone who may mislead you just because you put all your trust on one person. And that is where the intellectual intolerance falls in. The intellectual intolerance is when you believe like only one group, be they the past ones or the present ones, be they your grandfathers, forefathers, or be they your friends or big groups. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us this in the Qur'an that mostly when they were told about Islam, they would say no, because we have our heritage, we have our culture, and we have inherited this from our fathers and forefathers. And they used to say, "Inna wajadna aba'ana kadhalika yaf'alun." We have seen and we received this from our fathers and forefathers, and we saw them doing this. That's why we are still doing it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers to them saying, أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا. What about if their fathers and grandfathers do not know anything? They didn't know what they were doing. And so are you heedlessly following them even if they were wrong? The same thing applies to even Muslim scholars. If you see a Muslim scholar and he gives you a fatwa or any direction from a point, and he said to you, this is how it is, and you see another one who is telling you the opposite, all you do is to take the two ideas and compare it with the Qur'an and the authentic Sunnah. So anyone who is telling the truth will come out. It could be that the one you love so much, the one who is your brother, maybe he may become wrong. You never know. So all you need, first of all, there is nothing called ulama and ama, what's nowadays common. That the people are divided in two groups, knowledgeable people and those who have no knowledge. That one will not be an excuse in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you come in front of Allah, it will not be an excuse for you to say, because I was not a scholar. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered everybody to learn Islam. Not that you entrust to somebody and say, this is the person who is learned, and he will teach me, and I will only follow him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Qur'an, اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله. They made their religious teachers and their spiritual leaders arbab, they made them like lords. من دون الله. Before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they made those ones their lords other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when this ayah was revealed, some of the companions asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said to him, "Oh, our Prophet, oh the Messenger, this is not true. We have never been like that. We never made them our lords." But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied to them, saying, "Didn't you know that they made something halal for you and you accept it? They are the ones who are making it, without making any reference to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they made others haram, forbidden, and you just follow." He said, "Yes." Then he said, "Tilka ibadatu." That is how you worship them. My dear brothers and sisters, Islam is a very straightforward, logical, reasonable, practical, comprehensive, and complete. We don't need to beat the bush and go around. We don't need to be very busy in something which doesn't make sense. Islam is just something that we